Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so glad you're joining me again today. Today I am back with a simple card. It's not clean and simple, it's just simple to make and simple in design, and I'll share a few tips on how to keep things simple and how to keep things cohesive in your card making. Now I'm showing you a little bit of the card I'm making. I'm starting out with some pattern paper and a gift tag. The pattern paper is from Décotime crafts and I die cut that with a die from Pinkfresh Studio, and the gift tag is by Mama Elephant. Now as you saw, the pattern paper was the first thing I put on my card, and it's also the first thing I choose for my card because this will determine all my colors in the card, and this pattern paper in particular is great for keeping things simple because it only had 3 colors in it: white, craft, and red. So I'm sticking to those colors throughout my card and envelope, and that will keep things nice and cohesive. Another thing I'm doing is I'm repeating design elements. So in this sentiment strip, you will see that I'm using the same colors, so red and white. I will white emboss these sentiments with embossing powder, and I am going to make this a banner, which is also some kind of tag or resembles a gift tag. So that will repeat the design element that I used for my focal image on this card. And the sentiments I used are one by Reverse Confetti from the Bear Up There stamp set. That's the scripty one. And then the print one is from Mama Elephant, and these are the Holiday Wishes stamp set. I'm not sure. I will make sure everything is listed correctly down in the description below. Now the tag I am using for my focal image is one I had ready-made already. I made these last year for Christmas and I had a bunch left over, so I figured they'd make great focal points for cards. And this one is craft cardstock with white stitching on it, so I just die cut this from craft cardstock. I did my white stitching on it. It's a little off-white, so it fits nicely with the warm tone of this card. And then I also die cut that reinforcer from red cardstock to match the color palette on my card. And here's another design element I'm repeating, the stitching. So I had stitching on my tag and I decided to repeat that around the tag as well. So I made a stitched border with a white gel pen. I will also repeat the stitching on the envelope, and I will bring in the thread again for the rest of my card as well. So here you can see I'm using some brown thread, just some embroidery floss that I split. I'm only using 2 strands here, and I'm just knotting the tag together because there's a backing piece to this tag that I die cut from vellum as well. Now I'm bringing in more thread, like I said. This is again that brown thread, only 2 strands of it, and I'm wrapping that around my card as if this is a gift that's been gift wrapped. If you keep things simple, I always like to add a lot of dimension to my cards because that really makes your card stand out, makes your card pop. So I'm using foam tape for this. Now another reason why I'm propping this up on foam tape is because when you have a lot of thread going around a panel, this is the best way to adhere that panel on top of a card. I'm also putting some foam tape behind the vellum gift tag. I am not adhering that craft stitched gift tag down. I want that to just move around a little bit, and that will give a little bit of movement to my card as well. I'm also prepping that sentiment banner up on some foam tape, just tucking that behind the craft gift tag. And that's it for my card, but of course I'm making a matching envelope. I made one out of deep red cardstock as well. It's not an exact match because the cardstock I used on my card wasn't large enough to make a mini slimline envelope out of. So I just folded that with the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. I will leave the calculator I use down below to figure out which paper size you need for which envelope size. Now I also wanted to add some stitching to my envelope to repeat that design element also on the envelope as well. So I am taking that gift tag die and I'm just piercing through the little holes in the die to make sure I can have my stitched outline. I'm just doing the outline stitching on this envelope as well. So I am just going to stitch this heart, just the outline. I'm showing you a couple stitches. I'm just doing a simple back stitch, but it was really hard to film, so I just cut most of it out. It only took me 3 minutes to do though, so this is one of the quickest envelopes I've made that wasn't made out of pattern paper. And I always just secure these threads on the back of the panel, in this case on the inside of the envelope, with some purple tape. Paper doesn't move around, it doesn't stretch that much, so your threads don't really need to be secured that securely, so it's fine to just tape it in place. I'm going to close that envelope with a Barely Art Precision Craft glue, and that's it, a fun stitched heart on my envelope. It also really feels fun because it has a little bit of dimension to it, and that fits great with my card. I love this card, it's so warm and Christmassy. I really love the color palette with red, white, and craft. It's my favorite Christmas color palette. I'm sure I've used it in my Christmas cards before on this channel, so you'll probably know already. I also really love this pattern paper and I really wanted to make it shine, so I made it the biggest part of my card. This pattern paper is from Décotime Crafts, which is available at Action. I'm not sure if it's available online or in the US or anything like that. Maybe search for it, but I haven't been able to find it. I hope you like this card as much as I do. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up in this video and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read them. You can also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.